Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Resurrection Sunday, where today we'll be discussing 12 kinds of miracle, which is a series. And we are miracle number 9. And so you might want to stand by so you can find out what the number ninth miracle is. So my name is Sheila Rollins, for those of you who do not know, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment and Associates Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone desiring to overcome anything. And we do it with Jesus Christ being a higher power and also what he's accomplished for us on the cross. Therefore, our deliverance, our holiness, our completeness, the things that we thought impossible becomes possible with Jesus Christ. But we need to do our part. We need to be obedient. We need to confess our sins and forsake our sins so that he can show grace and mercy and to forgive us of our sin and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. And we need to do the right thing. Whatever that is, the right thing. Take care of ourselves, care for others, stand in the gap and pray for one another, whatever it is that you find out what right is. So you know that we have our little heart in here with our pieces of paper with our stories or topics for each Sunday in here. And we're getting down to the local because we're on number 9. And even though I have some bonuses in here, I think I got about 4 bonuses. So I'm going to swish it all around, make sure that it's all mixed up. And I'm going to look and pick because I can't see, but I just don't want to get a bonus. Okay. So I got one. Now, before I tell you what it is, um, before I tell you what it is, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Do that. Share with everyone, everywhere, on all social media platforms. Please give me some thumbs up for anything that you might like, anything that I say, anything that I do. Comment, give me a topic if you want to, or just say hello. But whatever you do, be kind, be loving. I'm only human. And then you want to check out those non-dairy ice creams and desserts and my vegan meat alternatives and sides. I make almost anything: hot dogs, sausage, burgers, steak, chicken, ribs, fish. I do like a pretty large variety. Breakfast sausage. I'm working on my bacon, but I do bacon too. So check me out. Give it a little try. Remember, when Christ comes, it ain't going to be no dying. The animals is not going to die for us. Have filet mignon, no shrimp, no crabs, none of that. Dying is going to be over. So let's get started. Check me out. Check me out because God is helping me to make them delicious. So vegan food, anyone? So basically, I think that in this particular story, some people had ordered some vegan food. And at the time, I wasn't as, what's the word? I didn't know how to make it the way I do today. So I wasn't as educated about it. And so I was making a lot of stuff using soy. And you know that, how many knows that God works everything for our good? So it was a really bad situation. Okay, so these people ordered this food and paid for it. And, they were having a function, it was at a church. And when I got there with the food, they stand around talking about, I ain't eating it. What? You bought this food, you ordered this food, I made this food, and you talking about you not eating it? I ain't eating it. And the thing about it is that they stood around almost like in a huddle. I ain't eating it. You eating it? No, I ain't eating it. I ain't. You ain't eating it. I ain't eating it. No, I ain't eating it. And I'm standing right there. Basically, I could hear them. I could see them and everything. So being who I am, my feelings was hurt. So I left And I went in the sanctuary, another part of the church, and I just began to pray. And so they were going to be having guests. So guests came. And the Lord really made my heart glad in two ways. One way is that the people, it seemed like they couldn't get enough of the food. They were really interested. They wanted to try it, so it really made up the difference for how the members was acting. Okay. And so I don't want nobody to say, Christians. No, no. I can't say that they weren't Christians. And I say that because we all are in a level of constantly growing, learning in godliness. But they certainly wasn't acting like a Christian. I could agree with you there. Okay. But anyhow, don't let that have no bearing on you. Let us just do what we're supposed to do and pray for the next person. I ain't trying to be lost for nobody. But however, they said if it was the protein from vital wheat gluten, if it was made from that, I would eat it. So okay. So not knowing really what I was doing with the vital wheat gluten, I began to experiment with it. And remember, I started putting on my chef's cap, my apron, call and introduce myself as Sheila, the vegan chef. And this is my experimental kitchen. And I got to work experimenting, trying to make vegan meat alternatives. I was doing okay with the sides, but I needed to make some alternatives to chicken, fish, steak, sausage, hot dogs. I needed to make all of that. And the Lord blessed them because little by little, I was able to learn. And the great thing about it is that at the time, I had some tasters. One in particular was my girlfriend Barbara, where at one point Barbara wouldn't touch vegan or vegetarian food. But one time I had her do this experiment, and encouraged her to eat a particular thing. And as a result, I mean, she had lost 10 pounds, her numbers and everything declined, and all that kind of stuff. And she was psyched. Everybody was talking about how good she looked and how she was glowing and all of that, So she knew that it really worked. So when it came to me practicing, Barbara was instrumental in helping me to get the taste right. Certain things, for example, like curry chicken or curry chicken what's it and jerk chicken. When I made that, see, I ate curry before, but I had never eaten jerk. So I had to get a taster to see whether or not, the taste, to make sure that the taste was like jerk chicken. And so the Lord bless, the person told me basically that you got it on that one. So the Lord blessed me that I began to make. I don't even know what I made first. Maybe burgers, and eventually I ventured into the steak and then the ribs, and then I start making sage sausage and Italian sausage. Then I tried the breakfast sausage. I haven't made the links yet, but I'm sure that I can. It's just a matter of a smaller little roll. So, and I tried to make bacon. And then when I started making fish, vegan fish, I said, I need some bread. Get me some white bread. Because back in the day, we would eat a fish sandwich on some white bread. And, I would eat white bread every now and then when I wanted bread, anyhow, because, I deal with an estrogen imbalance and a lot of wheat, it's not really good. It messes with my estrogen level. So if I want bread, I would eat like white bread because even though it's wheat, it's lesser in quality. So it wasn't, that bad for me. But anyhow, now, like the title is vegan food, anyone? So now, as a result of that bad situation, a miracle has been wrought because not even I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, I had never even experimented with this thing to even know what I was doing. But as a result of teaming up with God and the way my feelings were hurt, it gave me the encouragement that I need to get it done, Sheila. Get it done. Get it done. So, like I said, I can make almost anything. I think my latest invention was the vegan chicken drumsticks and also the vegan turkey pot pie. But like I said, my favorite, and I didn't say my favorite, but one of my favorites is the vegan fish. Okay. So that's all I have for you. You know, we can do anything through Christ. Everything that the devil meant to interfere with us, to kill, steal, and destroy us, can work for our good. We need to trust God and look to the positive side. And thank God because He allowed it for a purpose. And so without that, I probably wouldn't have started with experimenting with trying to make vegan meat alternatives as soon as I did. Okay. But as a result, steak, spare ribs, chicken, burgers, jerk chicken, curry chicken, barbecue chicken, chicken and dumplings. And I thank God. I love you. That's all I have for you. Share with everyone, okay? And remember to subscribe yourself. And check out my playlist, okay? Now unto Him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of His glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. I love you. See you in the next YouTube.